Hello, welcome to M2 Seplat, and today we'll be looking at a very important topic. My name is Obike Matonyedikachi.
And I am Mavis Amiru.
And today we'll be looking at gravity problem. It's a very serious issue in the society. And what is this gravity problem? Gravity problem is the reality problem you face. I want to use the word reality problem. So some person will be like, what's reality problem? Can the problem be a reality? Yes. And those problems that seems like a reality is what we call gravity problem. Gravity problem are those problems you cannot change. It's just there. So the only way you can do it is to reframe it, restructure it, find your way around it.
Yes.
Mr. Mavis, what are these gravity problems?
Yeah, as we said before, there are problems that you cannot do anything about. And one of those gravity problems that we encounter is my career path does not pay me the kind of money I want to live the kind of life that I want to live. That is actually a problem. So what are you going to do about it? You notice that your career path is not paying you the right money you want to live the kind of life you want to live. Do you think that the job will actually make you to live the kind of life?
It won't even solve the problem.
It won't even solve the problem.
Because you need the money to pay bills.
Sure, you can't. That is a gravity problem.
Okay.
Right? And secondly, another gravity problem is, all right, my boss is a hard person. I can't deal with him. In my workplace, he shouts for me. What are you going to do about
He's
it?
a bully.
What are you going to do about it? He's a bully. He can't. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sack your boss?
It's not possible.
So
the owner of the organization. How can you possibly shout?
These are problems. These are gravity problems that essentially you cannot do anything about. So they are just there.
So we have actually outlined what gravity problems are, and even in our family, you have this auntie that is always making life unbearable. Is always complaining, always shouting. Or maybe you are married and you live with your mother-in-law, and an aged woman like that. And it's a gravity problem. You cannot actually ask the woman to leave this one's house. It's not possible.
Probably you say that the woman is harsh.
It's harsh.
What are you going to do? Are you going to change the mother of your husband?
It's not possible.
You are going to abscond with your husband. It's a problem.
And some person might even go to an extent of wishing the woman dead. I know that death don't actually come that
no, it doesn't
quick. You understand? So all these things are gravity problems. Yes. So how do we reframe these problems?
Yes, we know that we said that these problems that we can't.
They are reality.
They are realities. We can't solve them the way they are. We just leave it there. But we can still reframe these problems. We can see these problems. In fact, they can even be as a way that can make us to be more creative. For example, the first problem I highlighted was that your career path does not pay you the amount of money you need to live the kind of life that you want. Come on, a solution to that problem is that you can have another source of income. You can be working as a full-time employee, and yet you can still be working online. You still get extra income.
Or maybe do home lesson.
Okay, yes, for teachers, you can do home lesson. Structured home lesson. You are a professional, don't forget it. So get another source of income and try and manage it. Don't just be seeing problems wherever you look.
Yes, and also based on the career paths, I always advise people to learn a skill that is being interrelated. Sure. You are a makeup artist. Okay. That's the only thing you do. You don't know how to tie gele. You don't know how to make hair.
Okay.
You see, so you need to learn all those things. Yes. Because someone can come, maybe a customer, okay, I want to make my hair, I still want to tie gele. And the only thing you know how to do is to make hair. Yes. And you will not get that customer because there's no way the customer will call you and still call another person. So she needs someone that can do 3 services for her. So that could be a gravity problem and also a remedy to that gravity problem.
Yes. The second point I mentioned was that your boss is a hard man. He's a bully. He doesn't like to talk to you in a calm way. He always shouts at you. He makes sure he gives you the responsibility, the highest responsibility in that job. Come on, a way you can reframe that problem. Find that every man has a price.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you say the man is hard, there is a way to his heart.
Yes.
Every man has a price. You just need to find out what makes this man happy. What can I do that will make this man happy? To stop shouting at me. Maybe he's the kind of person that he likes that when he gives you a job, you do it immediately. You don't procrastinate. You do it immediately. When you find that at the price of the man, make sure do it.
Yes.
As you do it, the first time may not work, all right? But as you continuously do it, the man will start having a likeness towards you. And you will notice that that problem you saw as a problem before will no longer be there again, because you have reframed the
Reframe the
problem, the
problem.
reality, and you are now seeing results, great results.
And also, I would like to share my experience in
Okay.
my former place of work. So I have this boss that is always angry. So I worked there for 2 months. I nearly I wanted to quit the job,
Oh.
not knowing that this particular man, whenever he's hungry, don't tell him anything about work related.
Okay.
You understand? So
Okay.
I didn't actually identify the problem behind that problem. So when you have a gravity problem, you need to identify the problem behind the problem. So I always meet him for office work when he's hungry, when he's tired, when he's exhausted. And at the end of the day, he will end up shouting,
Okay.
and I'll be angry. So when I identify all those things, oh, this man, he's this kind of person that when he's hungry, when he's exhausted, no matter how important any issues are, don't just tell him.
Okay.
So I learned a lesson.
Yes.
So since that day, I found out that, okay, this is how he operates, this is how his brain functions, and I stopped it.
Okay.
And I enjoyed my stay in that organization.
Yes.
And also, secondly, like I said, there is no problem that you cannot reframe. There's no
Yes.
gravity problem that you
just
cannot
need to be
restructure.
creative
You
about
just need
it.
to be creative. Like the example I gave you about your family, your mother-in-law,
Yes.
you can't possibly send the old woman out of the
No,
house.
no.
So what do? It's an old woman. So you find your way around it. And mind you, these are two people coming together. She doesn't know you. So she's just trying to adapt to your kind of
Yeah.
person. And you're also trying to adapt to her own kind of person. So you cannot possibly send her out of the house. So you find a way around it. She said, oh, what are those things that she likes? She like fruit, she like
Yes.
movies, she
Yes.
like, gisting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you find, before you know, she's already your friend.
Yes.
You have an auntie that, she's always talking, she's always shouting, and you know what you are gaining from her. And you cannot possibly leave the house.
Yeah.
Because if you leave, you are the one losing.
Yes.
So what will you do? You find your way around it. So all these things are gravity problem. Even in Nigeria, like the economy is poor, everything is expensive, the cost of living, everybody is complaining. So what will you do? Yeah, a lot of persons have been living, you're trying to leave the country. But what if you are not privileged?
Some actually commit suicide.
Yes,
Yes.
but what if you are not privileged to leave the country? What if
What will you do
what
about
let's just assume that you don't have the money to leave the country. So what will you do? You'll be complaining. That's a gravity problem. Look for extra thing to do that will give you extra source of income. And our comment section is actually open. Share your
Yes.
experiences. What do you think about this gravity problem? Have you faced it before? Are you currently facing gravity problem? Is there something you actually want us to talk about? Our comment section is ready. See you next time. Same station, M2 Seplat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and God bless.